What's going on, everyone? I'm Encore. This is Tomorrow Never Comes. And every so often you run across, whether it's a tweet or a podcast or a book, something that's said, or it's a quote or something in the content that really makes you sit and think. And you guys can't see what I'm talking about right now. But if you look at my response to the tweet here at the bottom is this little boy here. And I always like to have a little bit of fun with those who, with any response that I have. But it's actually spot on. All right. And it came from a Bitcoin OG, Dan Held. I love the content. Always trying to interact where I can with his tweets because he always has some value to impart. And so here's really what it is now. He shared it, but it came from someone named Neville. And I think his last name is Ravnikant. Neville Ravnikant. Very well known individual, investor, all that kind of stuff. I believe that's who it's from. But anyways, here's what it comes down to. It says returns are made on the way up. Reputations are made on the way down. Okay, so I'm going to say that again. Returns are made on the way up. Reputations are made on the way down. All right. And look, even now, I've just read it twice, and it still makes me think some more. And the reason why is because, as you guys all know, we're in a bear market, practically, if not realistically, in a recession, with more rate hikes to go, and who knows how the economy is going to play out. The growth has slowed across the board. So we all want returns. Everyone. And there isn't a single person who gets in the investing game that says, I don't want returns. Nobody. Right? And when things are hot, that's all we can think about is like, look how much I made today, and look how much I can make in the next week if this continues, or the next year if these are my returns, my weekly returns or my monthly returns, or I had a great year this year. Imagine if this plays out over the next 10 years, right? So that's kind of how, at least I thought anyway, when things were going great. But as things are in a bear market, and certain dips are okay. Right. Even in 2021, we had a couple of dips, but then things either immediately pulled up or shot up. Maybe it took a little bit of time, but for the most part, things were on and up and up. So you think the returns are inevitable? You think the returns are going to be continuous? And so things are on autopilot. You think, man, I'm good at this game, right? I'm going to leave my job. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Or if I'm going to add to my job, like I should be able to, make what I do at my core job in a matter of months or weeks or days even, right? But what happens when the market flips? And so now we're in a market where you never think it's going to go up, right? Or you don't know when it's going to. You think, man, maybe I just get out. Maybe the stock market is not for me. Maybe crypto is not for me because everything I invest in either goes down immediately or has gone down over time. And so, again, I gotta come back to this. So, we all want those returns, but what is it you do? What is it you do when the markets are down? Okay, that's what's going to define you in that particular market. There are people, whether you're on Twitter or whether even just your own close circle of friends and family, they're going to know what you did in a down market. Because as your returns are coming in, most of us like to talk about them. Maybe not the exact figures, but if you do, hey, I did 100x or 100%, or fill in the blank of your return, and you'll share that, whether it's directly or indirectly, organically or inorganic, whether you brought it up or they brought it up, some way, somehow, you find a way to say that you're doing well in a certain sector when that sector is doing hot, or that market is doing hot. So those people remember. Like, hey, you know what? I'm not in the stock market. And then they hear that the markets are crashing. Or maybe you're in real estate and the real estate market's hot. And now the real estate market, all signs point to that crashing. So as it goes through its time period, just like crypto's going now, people are going to know what you did in that time period. They're going to come to you and say, hey, how do you feel about this? Right? Or people in the know, guys like Dan Held who are in the crypto space. If I'm on here tweeting or pushing content out when things are great, and then you never hear from me again, or you don't hear from me until things flip back to bull trend, they know. People in the space know. right? What do they say? Game recognizes a game, right? And so if you want to build a reputation, regardless of the sector, for me, that's the crypto space. But maybe you're in stock markets, maybe you're in real estate, maybe it's in your job, it doesn't matter. But when things are down, when things are not going very well, that's when your reputation is going to be made. People are going to remember those times, how you were, what you said, and how you behaved. When things are going up, everyone's happy. Nobody's even thinking about anybody else. Just me, me, me. And then same thing happens in a bear market. It's like, I want out. I want out. I need to protect my stuff. But they always remember those who steadfast. And they always remember those who held the line and backed up what they were saying in the good times and in the bad times. And so this one really hit me because that's my mindset. That's my train of thought. That's my MO, right? I'm here in crypto because it's not a belief thing, right? There's math behind it. There's science behind it. There's technology behind it. But in terms of mass adoption and all of that, that's not here yet. That is what I believe in. And that's going to happen, right? I don't know when. Could be 5 years, could be 10 years, could be somewhere in between. I don't know, but I know it's going to happen. So I'm going to be in this, whether the markets are great or not so great or terrible. I will be in this. And so all I can say for you who are watching is what do you want your reputation to be? That's it. People talk about legacy. Legacy is great. I think about that as well. But reputation feeds into your legacy, right? So at the end of the day, how do you want to be known? What do you want to be known for? Are you going to be a fair weather person where they're like, hey, when things are great, he's always chirping, or he or she is always chirping. But when things are down, you don't hear from him. Or he moves on, or she moves on to some other sector or project or whatever it is. What do you want to be known for? So that's it for me. I love this, and I want to say it again. Returns are made on the way up. Reputations are made on the way down. And so remember, for all these, especially Dan Held, they've seen so many cycles up and down. And so the reason why their tweets, people like myself will reference it, is because I know they've been through multiple cycles. They've been through multiple down periods, and they're still standing. So not only does their reputation grow, but their wealth is going to grow as well, or has grown. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Chew on that a little bit. Leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Are you in the same mind frame? Do you tend to get out of markets or get out of anything that you're in because it's not going so well? Just would love to hear your thoughts. All right. So remember, guys, tomorrow never comes. Take action. Invest in yourself today. And I'll see you guys in the next video.